Alright, so this is going to be my second video within the Wing Chun footwork video series. My first video was a little long-winded. I do apologize for that, but there's a lot of really useful information in there. I tried to cut it short, honestly, but it went on for 30 minutes, so I'm going to keep this one short. And if you haven't seen that first video, go check it out. It basically covers why we do the Yiji Kim Young Ma. This is a subject that I don't see often explained from Sifu to student, and I also don't hear many students even questioning what's the point. Because when I came into Wing Chun, I know my opinion was that when I seen and I realized I had to learn the Yiji Kim Young Ma, I couldn't figure out why. Not for a long time, and coming from another martial arts into Wing Chun Kung Fu, I honestly thought it was kind of stupid looking. And like most people, I sit there and scratch my head and I said, well, how are we going to fight how are you going to fight like this? You know? So you got to change your mentality. You got to change your opinion in your mind. And the way you do that is by sparring and doing some serious chi sao with somebody who understands the footwork. And you see them float and you see them move. And then you realize, hey, in a couple of years, I can do this too. So, I want to cover something. The majority of these videos are not for the basic beginner, but I am trying to install some theory, some explanation, some of my personal opinions, and some drills on these videos. So, without further ado, on that first one, we went over the Yiji Kim Young Ma, how you are to properly open it up. We went over another system which opens from that back heel to the toes to the heel again, and why you don't do that. You actually get a little too far. My legs are a little, I should be about right here. So there's all kinds of reasons why you don't do these things. I covered a lot of stuff in that first video. It's a gold mine of information, guys. So even though it's 30 minutes long, go check it out. In this one, I want to keep it simple. We're gonna get into our stance. We're gonna open up Yiji Kim Young Ma, and then from there, you're going to go to Man Sao Wu Sao, and you're gonna crab step. And I don't know the Mandarin name for this move. I do apologize, but it's where you step to your left, and you slide your right over. You'll notice my feet are still pointed. So as I'm taking a step, if I go right now, my right foot is not pointed toe out or even 45-degree angle this way. It is pointed in as if I'm going to do and step with the Yiji Kim Young Ma. And I'm going to go into why we do this here in a minute, so just bear with me. And then, because I've transferred my right, I transfer my weight to my right and slide my left in, and then get to a 50-50 stance. So again, open up Yiji Kim Young Ma. Please do this with me, guys. Open up Yiji Kim Young Ma, step left, slide right. Step left, slide right. Then go the opposite way. Step right and then slide left. Step right, slide left. Now, the reason we're doing this is for several points. First of all, we're practicing our Yiji Kim Young Ma. We're practicing getting out of our Yiji Kim Young Ma and going back to it. Okay? So that should make sense, especially if you covered my last 30-minute video. You'll understand why the Yiji Kim Young Ma stance is literally the foundation of Wing Chun, and it's extremely important. It is the measuring tool for all of your footwork. All of it. So don't skip Yiji Kim Young Ma. Even if your trainer has you sitting in a Yiji Kim Young Ma for 30 minutes and just doing punches, do it. Don't, because this is strengthening your legs, staying in this position for this long. Do it. So if your instructor's having you do anything that is around the Yiji Kim Young Ma, please do it, guys. Again, at least on YouTube, a lot of Sifus do not explain and give a good enough opinion and a good enough example and reasoning behind why we do the Yiji Kim Young Ma. So go back to my 30-minute video. So in this one, we're just doing a crab step, and this is practicing getting out of Yiji Kim Young Ma and then back into it. And the other thing it's practicing is taking a step and angling our toe pointed. Now I've taken a huge step here, so now I got to slide. Let's say that I take a really big step. Bam! Yiji Kim Young Ma. You are learning to do this. So it doesn't matter if you take a baby step or you take a big wide step. You are learning to cock your feet and point your toes in the Yiji Kimeng Ma triangle point, even when you step to the left and to the right. Now we're not going forward yet, we're not going 45-degree angle yet. We'll cover that in a minute. This is a very important footwork drill. It is a drill, it is an exercise. Yes, you're going to look silly doing stuff like this, but this is what makes you not look silly as bad, is when you start moving with it and you start doing your moves with it. Okay? So as I start doing moves with it and I shift, it doesn't look that bad now, does it? But I'm still doing the crab step. So from here, we're practicing moving our arms. We're also practicing Yiji Kimeng Ma and the crab step. That's what I want you to work on. Why do we do this? We do this, again, to practice opening the Yiji Kimeng Ma, getting out of the Yiji Kimeng Ma, and sliding back into it, so that our measurement is good when we come back to it. We're also practicing taking a step, pointing that toe. This is going to come in handy later as we take these first steps to 45-degree angles. We have that toe cocked and pointed. And you're going to wonder, okay, if I slide a little bit here, my triangular point should be here. So if there's a guy that's standing right here and I slide, this is still good. I can actually be aimed this way a little bit, my upper body be here and hitting him as I'm stepping by. This is still good. Remember on that first video, if I'm able to take one step or shift within 2 steps, then I'm right. But all I had to do here was do 1 step, which is shifting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's because you didn't watch my 30-minute video. So please watch that 30-minute video, then do the crab step. Okay? My foot got caught on the tile. Some of this tile floor is uneven. So as we get down to Yiji Kimeng Ma, we open, we crab step. You want to make it a little more advanced, take wider steps. Practice that tension in your knees, practice dropping your weight, shoulders back. The best way to get your shoulders back is to pull your arms back. As you get better at this, and we're only going left and right now, guys. As you get better, then you're going to implement punches. Okay? We're just doing them slow. We're not doing them fast right now. We can also do bu strikes, do tandai. So as we're doing this, we can also do quan. But as you do the quan or any bong, we shift. So this is where it gets tricky. If I'm going to do a bong, I step and shift. So in other words, I done the crab step and then I shift. Okay? So this is where it gets a little more complicated. But I'm just giving you some advanced stuff to work with. So we got the very, very basic Yiji Kimeng Ma, opening up with the crab stance. More advanced version is big wide steps. Big wide steps. Make sure that when you get back to your Yiji Kimeng Ma, correct yourself. If you're off, say, uh-oh, I'm off. Pull your leg back. If you have tile floor, look at where the lines are. Make sure that you use that, okay? Or even actually, we can use the tile space. My feet are just in the right size to where I can get one on the edge of each square. So if I step way over here, well, I stepped off a little bit wrong. That's going to be harder to do. But anyways, so the more advanced stuff is when you're punching. And we're doing these drills slow, and then we can shift, okay? So you're just basically doing the crab step as you do this. Take this to heart, take this serious, do this. Again, people who do not want to do this will not be good at Wing Chun. Because from this, going left and going right, and learning to go right and then shift, or learning to go left and shift, is going to open you up for learning how to go 45-degree angle this way, 45-degree angle this way, front ways, and all kinds of other situations. Including situations where you're coming forward and you're fighting and you have to turn around. Uh-oh, whole nother world here. You're not going to get this if you don't go over the first video and the second video, the regular Yiji Kimeng Ma and the crab stamp. I hope you liked it. I'm keeping this video short. I'll put out another one here in a little bit. Thank you for watching, guys.